Hey guys, Earl, aka Pragma Ones here from Maven. Just wanted to expand on kind of the ideas I was talking about when I was reviewing G-Man's defense. The idea of really the power of surgical hogs not only being to take out single point defense, but also um, the ability to really determine when and how your hogs encounter giant bombs and double giant bombs. So this is our previous war. I'm actually going to start with my attack on uh, number 9, TH9 Earl. This was not a 3-star attack, but I think it demonstrates the idea pretty easily. So, of course, with TH8, you're always worried about any giant upgraded giant bombs because they'll kill all your hogs. So what we've got here is basically giant bomb spot here, here, here. I'm pretty sure those are Teslas because people love putting them next to their TH. And you've also got a spot there. So looking at this, my idea was we've got a clumped defense here. This is most likely a Tesla, very unlikely to be a giant bomb, and a clumped defense here. Um, in fact, I knew those were the Teslas, I believe, because this was the second attack, which they'd gone air on the first one, so I think the Teslas popped. Anyway, um, the reason I went hogs on this is because I thought, okay, I can take out these groups of defenses down at the bottom pretty easily with hogs. Drop a couple of heals where those big circles are. Then do a surgical deployment up here. So I'm doing surgical on all of these, right? I'm doing hogs there, threw some in there, and then came back over here and did this. Um, then figured my CC with max hogs I could throw here. That means if I save my third heal for here, that the hogs should survive this giant bomb here. Um, and so I thought, okay, timing wise, yeah, I'm doing the surgical deployment to take out these point defenses here. Um, but timing wise, the idea was, okay, yeah, sure, some hogs are going to go over this giant bomb, they're going to go over this giant bomb, and they're going to go over this giant bomb. But my plan was only have a few do it, right? Just blow up a couple. You don't need all your hogs to live. You just need enough to live to win. As it turns out, I didn't. I only got 97%. But I'm okay with that. It was a good plan. It's a moderately or decently difficult base. Um, the point being that the power of surgical deployment is all about understanding that timing. So I got the timing. I got what I wanted. I'm not usually upset with an attack that doesn't 3-star if I execute correctly and the plan works, and that was the case here. Of course, I wanted to get 3 stars. I didn't. We'll just go ahead and roll it, and but that's okay. It rarely happens. It doesn't happen very often that you can say, "Oh, I didn't make it. Very many big mistakes, and it still didn't work." I.e., my plan failed. You could argue that you just need a better plan, a different plan, but I don't know. Game's hard, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So you just gotta live with that. But we're watching this so you can see that I did the surgical deployment. I threw down the heals, and just like I expected, the hogs move in towards the core. I'm coming around clockwise up from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then boom, GBs go off, hogs die. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. The 12 o'clock giant bomb goes off. It just turned out I lost too many, right? They kind of clumped in too quickly. So I guess you could claim that I could have done this better, probably, um, but not too worried about it. So, yeah, this might even be a better example of how you could do the timing better. I think if you could potentially have thrown in the guys up here, if you had thrown these hogs in first to come in and like for example, trigger that giant bomb before this group moves up, it might have been a 3-star. So timing wise, that just shows you how the timing of surgical deployment can really help you out. So let's go back to the war map and actually watch something that worked. This is my TH9. Again, this is a second attack. I'm not going to claim that, I did this with no intel, because I didn't. I knew that there was a double giant bomb here. However, there was no other intel. There were no other bombs exposed. But this is where, even if you're planning this attack for the first time and you don't know where the bombs are at all, if you look around this base, there's not a single other double giant bomb spot except right here. And if it's there, it's not going to hurt Hogs at all. There's no defense over by that except the Wiz Tower. And considering that I already knew I was going to bring my kill squad funnel in this way, this particular giant bomb spot, double giant bomb spot, it just doesn't matter, right? And this kind of gets into why I keep kind of implying that double giant bomb spots are the key to anti-hog bases. Because I don't care about the single giant bombs. I just don't care that there could be a bomb there or there or there or there. There. No, not there. But you get the idea. If, like what my plan was, knowing that there's a double giant bomb here, but even if I didn't, I'm not worried about this. So let me erase, let me say that I have one thing to worry about with my hogs, right? If I plan it right, the only thing I have to do, sorry, pencil, go, is make sure that I eliminate this double giant bomb spot. And then I know that not only will my kill squad most likely eliminate this double giant bomb spot here, but because this is my plan, I'm going to do surgical deployment like this, drop a heal, surgical deployment here, drop a heal, and I know that these guys are going to die. I know that I'm going to lose hogs there. That's fine. It's perfectly acceptable. Now I'm going to continue on timing. These guys are next, coming in this way, and I think I saved a heal here. So this heal here takes care of that giant bomb. This heal here takes care of that giant bomb. And really what I'm looking for is for my hogs to go this way, right? So now, timing-wise, I know that by the time the hogs get over into this area, this double giant bomb spot doesn't matter at all. So if you're looking at this base to do a surgical attack, there's literally nothing you have to worry about except this spot right here. And so that's how you can break a base down into really saying what's the threat, what's the risk here. Now, I'm ignoring there's always risk to every raid, right? These bases are hard. It's hard to 3-star these kind of bases. Any high level base, TH9 and up, it's difficult. I'm not trying to oversimplify. What I am trying to do is say that understanding that this is the threat to a hog raid is key to the strategy. And as it turned out, it worked. I was able to get my kill squad in. The king decided that he wanted to go on a little bit of a walk, but it worked out okay. My whiz funnel was set up well enough that they drew him back in. Get the hogs coming in from the side. Now they come in from the corners. And see the timing? See how all these defenses are sort of going down at the same time down this corner at 6 o'clock. There goes the fan. Hogs die. I lost, what, 4 or 5 hogs? 4, I think. So what? I brought 25 plus. So it looked dire. I actually, at one point in this raid, a couple seconds back, I was thinking that it wasn't going to make it. this new buff to the poison spell that lowers attack speed really helped out right here. I didn't drop it exactly right, but it actually got on all the skeletons and the BK. And you can actually see the BK swing slow way down, and as a result, I get a lot more hogs running out of that than probably would have been prior to the update. So yeah, it's the nuance of surgical hogs is that it gives you a ton of control over where and when your hogs are going to encounter the double giant bomb, which is the death trap, right? That's the real danger to hogs is the double giant bomb. And so I just want to go back real quick and point out that the only thing I'm looking for in this kind of scenario to change this is I'm not going to talk about how I would reconfigure this defense. I don't really like this defense to begin with. But if, for example, this guy had a double giant bomb spot somewhere like here and maybe even a third one somewhere in this area, now this is a really difficult base to hog because it doesn't even matter if the double giant bombs are there. You have to plan for it, and that's the difficulty, right? It's really, you don't know where they are on your first attack. Now sure, they can always get exposed on a second. That's why second attacks are generally inherently easier. But it's just that first attack anti 3-star, you want to make it as difficult as possible, and having one or two even double giant bomb spots that are easy to eliminate or to attack with strategic timing is really the key to a good attack. And so you can use that information on, of course, designing your base to defeat those types of attacks, and then of course you can use that information when you're facing other bases. So that's it. Just if you have any questions, hit me up anytime that I'm around. And best of luck. Clash on, guys.